Hello everyone. So I want to show how to use Excel. Just basic functions that may help us to start sorting data, solving for anything that you may need to when you're approaching to your project. So I'm going to start showing just little by little how to start using functions, graphing, and any other kind of fun stuff that we can do with Excel. So the way that we start by understanding how Excel works is by understanding first the setup. So the setup for this Excel spreadsheet, all of this is called a spreadsheet. When you click in one of these boxes, you will notice that is written by columns with lettered, and the rows numbered. Okay, so for instance in here I added the columns and the rows because in here my data is a little different to the one that indicates. But for instance, if I click here, I have the word rows at the position A1. If I look at this value, 22, I have the position F with 4. Now, basic things that we do with Excel is, for instance, sorting the data. So in here, let's say that you want to sort the data. That means that you can either select it from smallest to greatest, greatest to smallest. So what we have to do is highlight the values of interest, and we're going to come to this option in which it says sort and filter. So when you click on the arrow, it says that you can either sort from smallest to largest or largest to smallest. Usually the most common way to sort data is smallest to largest. Now here you got a warning that they want to either continue my current selection. That means that it would only sort this row without manipulating anything on this other one. So I'm going to stay at the current selection and I'm going to say sort. Okay, so that way all of these values stayed as they were and nothing got affected. Now, let's say that you want to find the average. So in order for us to find the average, we need to put a formula, a function. In order for us to type this formula in Excel, will give you different commands. So in order for us to start by any formula, you always start with the equal. If you don't press equal, it will not calculate anything. So we say equal, and let's say we want to find the average. So we're going to type average. And if you notice, as soon as you start typing few of the words, some functions appear. You can either select it by double clicking here or finish typing the word. Once you finish average, open parentheses, and you're going to highlight the data, close parentheses, and press enter. Okay, so notice that this is the average value that we get when I select this value just for fun, just to see something. Actually, never mind. My camera is blocking some information I want to show you. Okay, so let me highlight it just to say that this value that I found does not belong here. Okay, let's say that we want to find the median. So equal to median, open parentheses, and highlight your data. Close parentheses. So if you want, in order for us to keep track of our work, we can say here on this one that we're calculating the average. This one represents our median. If you want, let's calculate our standard deviation. Even if it went over, it's okay. Nothing is effective. So let's type equal to standard deviation and standard deviation. So there are many functions. So usually the most common one is the standard deviation. And again, we highlight for data, close parentheses, and press enter. So once we continue, we can also find things such as the quartile, the first quartile, third quartile, and so on, the maximum value. So for instance, if you want to find the maximum. Now, for instance, notice that in here, we already know that our max goes from 16 all the way to 87. So the answer here should be 87. So it will press equal. And then we say, what is our maximum? So we can double click here and select our data, close parentheses, and there you go, you're 87. Let's say that you want to find the minimum. So again, equal to the minimum. Open parentheses, select your data. Okay. Now also what I want to tell you is the sheets. You can click on those sheets to enter new information. If you need more sheets, then you start adding as many sheets as you may need to. If you need to rename it differently, you're going to press right click. You're going to rename it and you're going to say activity 2, press enter, so I could take that name. Okay. Now, let's say that you have a large data set and then you need to calculate the same thing for this value, right? So, for instance, if you press, you may think that, okay, I need to continue calculating the average of this data set, highlight, press enter, and then you get this. Now, notice by entering the function, I got a 49.95. If you want to reduce your decimal places, you can come here and then say, okay, can you remove some decimal places? Okay, maybe 2. So notice that my average now is 49.95. Now, if you're going to input this one by one, it will take a long time. So I want to show you what's the best point of Excel. In order for, now I know the answer for my average is 49.95. So in order for me to calculate that one, notice that in here, we calculated the average for this row. So what we need to do for Excel is you're going to place your cursor right on the corner, and if you notice, it changes the shape. It changes from a thick cross to a thin cross, and you're going to click in there and you're going to drag it to the side. And there you go. It calculates it automatically. Same here, if you want to calculate the median, instead of you typing the whole function again, you're going to click on the corner, drag it to the side, and it calculates your median. Let's say that you want to find the maximum. Notice that here this data is unsorted. So you drag it to the side and it will find it for you. The minimum, click in the corner, drag it to the side, and it will calculate it for you. Now, even that this is shorter, let's say that you will want to say, what is it, right? So here we have a 50, but in order for us to make sure that this value is correct, let me just show you here. equals average. It should give me a 50. Be aware that this value may change. Let me show you. The answer should come out to be 50.94. 50.94. Okay. So, if you have any empty cells, it completely takes them as a blank. It does not affect you. So if you want to calculate the average for every single column, all you have to do is click in the corner and drag it all the way. The median, we're going to calculate it all the way across. In this case, we did the maximum all the way across, the minimum all the way across. Okay, so I will stop here showing just basic calculations as we move on into our project, sorting data, finding some of the information that we need for our data. Okay, thank you.